All right, boys and girls, so this should be the last video of the at-home practice. We're almost to the end. So for this part right here, we're just going to go ahead and do our check. So we came up with 22 as the difference between how many more fourth grade had turned in than second grade. So to do my check, I'm going to take my difference and I'm going to add in the number that I subtracted. And I should get 45. Let's see here. No, 51. Sorry, 51. I see it now. I should get 51. So I'm going to go ahead and add them together. So here's my 9 and my 2, which is 11. And then I've got my 2 and 2, which is 4, plus 1 is 50. So there's my 51, and it matches. So that tells me that I did it right. So it just goes ahead, tells me that fourth grade turned in 22 more box tops. And I'm just going to abbreviate it BT for box tops. And here's my check. All right, and it just says to find the difference, show your work. So in this last one here, we're going to go ahead and do some work here. So I'm looking at a 13 here, and I have borrowed from here. So 13 minus 9 is a 4. 1 minus 9 I cannot do, so I have to regroup again. 11 minus 9 is 2, and 3 minus 2 is 1, 124. And then so here we've got a 3 minus 7. I'm kind of looking at my 83 minus 97, which I can't do either. So I know 3 minus 7, this is going to have to go to a 7. This is going to be a 13. And here's going to be a 6. And then we got a 7 minus 9, which we still can't do. So we're going to look at 17 minus 9, which should be an 8. And then we've got a 6 minus 4, which should be a 2. 286. Now in this last one, I'm looking at 21 minus 21. That's 0. And then a 5 minus 1, or 5 minus 4 is 1. So that was easy. And this next one, I've got 811 minus 247. So my 11 minus 47 I can't do. So I'm going to have to regroup here. So this is going to have to go to an 11, and this is going to have to go to a 0 since I borrowed from here. 7 minus 11 is 4. 0 minus 4 I can't do, so I have to regroup again. So I've got a 10 minus 4, which is 6. And 7 minus 2, it should be 5. 564. And then last but not least, so I've got a 54 minus a 654 minus a 361. 54 minus 61, I still can't combine that place value, but I'm noticing that 4 minus 1 would be 3, no regrouping there. But then I've got a 65 minus 36. So not necessarily super easy to count in my head. I'm thinking it should be like a 29, but I'm going to double check. So I'm going to say a 5 here, and I'm going to say a 15 here. The entire 100 is going to go into the tens place plus our 550, which is already there. So that's 15 tens. So 15 minus 6 tens is 9 tens. And then a 5 minus 3 is 2. So it was in fact 29. So that is subtraction in a nutshell. So remember, when you take your test, take your time, work it through. If you have some extra time, you can go ahead and do some of your checks too down here just to make sure you did it right. So until the video runs out, I'll go ahead and do my check. This should be a 3. This should be a 12. 2, 3, 4, 423. Good. So, because I do make mistakes. 286, 497. So this should be 13, 8, 10, 18, 6, 7, 783. Good. This one I know is right, so I'm not going to waste my time on that. 247. This should be an 11. That's another 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 11. Good. And then the last one, this is usually when I make a mistake on. I think it's just the home stretch. 4. This is a 5. This is a 6. 654. Good. All right, so all my subtracting is good. And so remember, just take your time, check over everything, make sure that you did your very best and that you really worked it through.